Extreme gardening. Is the old man crazy? Well, right now is more of a personal challenge. In about a month, it's been 4 years straight we've had something growing in this garden. Took some water out to the birds. You know, there are bug eaters. Got to give them a little help in this weather. It's beautiful today. It's 0 degrees, and it started to snow. Isaiah 55. Rain and snow fall from the heavens and don't return without watering the ground, causing the plants to sprout and grow, making seeds for the farmer and bread for the people. The same thing is true of the Word. And actually, if we get a little snow on top of the plastic, it's a really good insulating factor. And if everything survives this cold, it'll just show it's possible. Well, it's much warmer in here than it is outside. On a cold day like today, let's dream about spring. Now I want to talk about tomatoes.
There's nothing in the world that I like better than making me a sandwich with some homegrown tomatoes.
Plant deep. This entire stem will root. Pruning. We're not growing leaves, we're growing tomatoes. Also increase the airflow, which will decrease disease. You want to support your tomatoes, whether you're using a tomato cage, cattle panels, any other kind of trellis, whether you're using a hose or a watering can, water low. Mulch in around your tomatoes. Go ahead and pick slightly green tomatoes and let them ripen in on the windowsill. I had no idea tomatoes were going to be such a volatile subject. We've got an episode that's closing in on 800,000 views, and I want to thank you for that. I also want to thank you for the volatile comments. One thing about the short videos, it's just a snippet in time. And here's a bonus mistake. Not taking your tomatoes as soon as they start turning colors. As soon as they break or start turning colors, they've stopped taking nutrients from the plant. So go ahead and bring them in the house. They'll ripen just fine on the countertop. And if it's taken out of context, yeah, it sounds really weird. And I've always maintained that homegrown tomatoes taste better than store-bought tomatoes. And look at this. Vine-ripe tomato. Looks like it's had too much bug damage at all. You know what? And this is why we do it. That is so juicy and sweet. Right out of the garden. You don't want to do this if you spray. We don't spray, so it's safe. Fine ripe tomatoes. You can do this too. And you know there's science that backs this up. And I even went hunting, and Gardener Scott, he's got a really good episode describing the science. Been a bunch of scientists, they did tests, they found the volatiles, they found the sugars and the acids that make our tomatoes taste good. One of the other reasons our tomatoes taste better than the store-bought tomatoes is we grow the kind that we like. Now if you're a wine connoisseur and you can tell the difference between 2 purple glasses of juice, I'm not that guy. But I can tell the difference between wine and water, and it's almost that stark with homegrown tomatoes and store-bought tomatoes. After World War II, farmers started picking the varieties that would transport better. The varieties that the farmers have chosen is basically all commercial. It's what they can ship to the stores, what can last the longest, which has the most pest resistance. And those varieties have less of the volatile compounds, has less of the sugars, has less of the acids. So of course, their tomatoes will not taste like our tomatoes. And obviously in our deep mulch garden, we try to spray as little as possible. Turns out, the bugs chewing on the plants actually activate the plants to produce more sugars. Makes your tomatoes taste better. See right here? See right here? That's all been eaten. Eaten by what, you say? That'd be this guy. You see that right there? Tomato hornworm. That's kind of a cool little worm. Now it turns into one of those hummingbird moths. And one of the reasons I said take them at blush is to prevent the bugs and the birds and the squirrels and everything else that likes to chew on your tomatoes, so that you have them and they'll ripen inside and they'll taste very good. They may not taste quite as good as the ones that are vine ripe. But like I said, I can't tell the difference between two wines.
There's nothing in the world that I like better than making me a sandwich with some homegrown tomatoes.
And when you have a variety that you like, you're going to be very happy with the results.
And you can do this too. And if you think as the season progresses they're going to get smaller, that's a 2-pounder easy. As long as your tomatoes are happy, they're going to keep right on and producing.
Now, like one of the viewers wrote in, "Go inside, old man, it's too cold to be in the garden." I think I'm going to take that advice. Gardener Scott is a master gardener. I suggest you check out his channel. I've got it linked in the description box below. He was gracious enough to allow me to reference his research. The forecast says we got 2 inches coming. I'm going to the house and get some coffee and warm up. Until next time, remember, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you. Come on, let's plant.
Let's go plant garden.